Whenever I visit communist countries, their politicians never hesitate to boast about their achievements. They know them all by heart. They reel off the facts and figures, claiming this is the rich harvest of the communist system. Yet they are not prosperous as we in the West are prosperous, and they are not free as we in the West are free. Our capitalist system produces a far higher standard of prosperity and happiness because it believes in incentive and opportunity, and because it is founded on human dignity and freedom. Even the Russians have to go to a capitalist country, America, to buy enough wheat to feed their people. And that after more than 50 years of a state-controlled economy. Yet they boast incessantly, while we, who have so much more to boast about, forever criticize and decry. Is it not time we spoke up for our way of life? After all, no Western nation has to build a wall round itself to keep its people in. So let us have no truck with those who say the free enterprise system has failed. What we face today is not a crisis of capitalism, but of socialism. No country can flourish if its economic and social life is dominated by nationalisation and state control. The cause of our shortcomings does not, therefore, lie in private enterprise. Our problem is not that we have too little socialism. It is that we have too much. If only the Labour Party in this country would act like Social Democrats in West Germany. If only they would stop trying to prove their socialist virility by relentlessly nationalising one industry after another. Of course, a halt to further state control will not on its own restore our belief in ourselves, because something else is happening to this country. We are witnessing a deliberate attack on our values, a deliberate attack on those who wish to promote merit and excellence, a deliberate attack on our heritage and our great past. And there are those who gnaw away at our national self-respect, rewriting British history as centuries of unrelieved gloom, oppression and failure, as days of hopelessness, not days of hope. And others, under the shelter of our education system, are ruthlessly attacking the minds of the young. Blatant tactics of intimidation designed to undermine the fundamental beliefs and values of every student. Tactics pursued by people who are the first to insist on their own civil rights while seeking to deny them to the rest of us. We must not be bullied or brainwashed out of our beliefs. No wonder so many of our people, some of the best and the brightest, are depressed and talking of emigrating. Even so, I think they are wrong. They are giving up too soon. Many of the things we hold dear are threatened as never before, but none has yet been lost. So stay here, stay and help us defeat socialism, so that the Britain you have known may be the Britain your children will know. These are the two great challenges of our time, the moral and political challenge and the economic challenge. They have to be faced together, and we have to master them both. What are our chances of success? It depends on what kind of people we are. What kind of people are we? We are the people that in the past made Great Britain the workshop of the world, the people who persuaded others to buy British. Not by begging them to do so, but because it was best. We are a people who have received more Nobel Prizes than any other nation except America. And head for head, we have done better than America, twice as well in fact. We are the people who, among other things, invented the computer, the refrigerator, the electric motor, the stethoscope, rayon, the steam turbine, stainless steel, the tank, television, penicillin, radar, the jet engine, hovercraft, float glass and carbon fibres, etc., and the best half of Concord. We export more of what we produce than either West Germany, France, Japan, or the United States, and well over 90% of these exports come from private enterprise. It is a triumph for the private sector and all who work in it, and let us say so loud and clear. With achievements like that, who can doubt that Britain can have a great future, and what our friends abroad want to know is whether that future is going to happen? Well, how can we, Conservatives, make it happen? Let me give you my vision. A man's right to work as he will, to spend what he earns, to own property, to have the state as servant and not as master. These are the British inheritance. They are the essence of a free country, and on that freedom all our other freedoms depend. But we want a free economy, not only because it guarantees our liberties, but also because it is the best way of creating wealth and prosperity for the whole country. And it is this prosperity alone which can give us the resources for better services for the community, better services for those in need. By their attack on private enterprise, this Labour government has made certain that there will be next to nothing available for improvements in our social services over the next few years. We must get private enterprise back on the road to recovery, not merely to give people more of their own money to spend as they choose, but to have more money to help the old and the sick and the handicapped. And the way to recovery is through profits, good profits today, leading to high investment, leading to well-paid jobs, leading to a better standard of living tomorrow. No profits mean no investment, and that means a dying industry geared to yesterday's world, and that means fewer jobs tomorrow. Some socialists seem to believe that people should be numbers in a state computer. We believe they should be individuals. We are all unequal. No one, thank heavens, is quite like anyone else, however much the socialists may pretend otherwise. We believe that everyone has the right to be unequal. But to us, every human being is equally important. Engineers, miners, manual workers, shop assistants, farm workers, postmen, housewives, these are the essential foundations of our society, and without them there would be no nation. But there are others with special gifts who should also have their chance. Because if the adventurers who strike out in new directions in science, technology, medicine, commerce and industry are hobbled, there can be no advance. The spirit of envy can destroy, it can never build. Everyone must be allowed to develop the abilities he knows he has within him, and she knows she has within her, in the way they choose. Freedom to choose is something we take for granted until it is in danger of being taken away. Socialist governments set out perpetually to restrict the area of choice, and conservative governments to increase it. We believe that you become a responsible citizen by making decisions for yourself, not by having them made for you. But they are made for you by Labour, all right.